to my studio. I'm Jane from Loopy's place, and I thought I'd share a tip with you today. I think I mentioned on a recent video that when I'm planning what I'm going to be making and what I'm going to do with a block, it's often something that just appears as I go along. I very rarely plan something right from the start. So I shared with you the 4-patch units where I turned into a square, and then I've been adding on to make it other squares. So it's going to end up, I think, being a square, in a square, in a square, in a square, in a square. But I thought I'd show you the process that I go through to make sure that the extra pieces that I'm adding onto this block are the same, that they're big enough, they're going to be enough to get the proper square with the seam edges. I've seen lots and lots of videos recently on Facebook, Instagram, and basically what they're doing with blocks like this is cutting fabric to the size, laying over the top, sewing all the way around, and then marking the diagonals and cutting them. It does work, and it takes out a lot of the guesswork, but for me it doesn't give that preciseness of the squares going around. So do a bit of a longhand method. So what you could do is measure the square. So at the moment I'm up to 12.5, and obviously I want the diagonal on that, and you could measure the diagonal to work it out. But what I find is a lot easier is what I'm going to show you now. So there's my block, and I'm going to be adding fabric onto these sides. So you've got your ruler. I've got my big square ruler, and there's your 45-degree angle there. So I'm going to line up this edge on my 45-degree line, but I know I need at least 1/4 inch either side of those edges. So this just happens to be on the center point of this. I'm going to move to the next one just to make sure that I've got enough, and I can got enough then to trim back to make it accurate. So if I come along this line here, you can see there we're up to 9.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. So I know that my next strip that I need to cut for the next colour that I'm going to add on, which is the black in this. So at the moment I'm just doing this as a sample just to see if I liked it. I've got up to the navy blue on the ones on the wall, so 9.5. So my long ruler, I'm going to have to move that up a bit so that's on the cutting table. Just going to move the camera slightly. There we go. So that's 6.5. So I need 3. So I'm going to line the edge with 3. Can put my ruler up. Make sure it's over the length. And I'm going to cut that. Let's remove the selvage. Use my square ruler, and we're going to 9.5. And then I'm going to cut that in half diagonally. Because we are on the diagonal, when you sew it, just be careful that you're not stretching the fabric. You could spray starch your fabric to begin with, but I haven't. So I will go and sew this on, but if I take these apart, that's going to go on there. So you do opposite sides first. So that's going to go there. It's going to go there. And that one's going to go there. And that will definitely be the finished block. So when I come back, I will show you the completed blocks. This is definitely going to make myself a bigger quilt than I had anticipated, but it's something that I've quite enjoyed doing and looking at the colours that can go with it. If you subscribe to the channel, down below if you click the bell, you'll get notifications when new content is added. Look forward to speaking to you soon. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any other tips that you'd like to share, put them in the comments below. It was always good to hear from you. So for now, do take care, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye bye.